Here we go. Greetings, peace, and blessings. Before we go further, please let's do a mic check, please. I think we can be heard because my wife is on. I think that's the mic check. Peace and blessings, family. We are the Mohammeds, residents with tourists, 85 to Africa. We are still living in the after. I know it's been a few weeks since we've been on the Real Talk live stream, and no need to worry if there was any worry. But we're still here. We're loving it, enjoying every minute of it. Welcome. Thank you so very much for tuning in. For those who are and have tuned in, we don't know how many will be tuning in, but we are grateful for those that do. Right, as always. And with that, let's acknowledge our subscribers. Of course, we thank you so very much for your subscription, for your viewership, and those who are viewing for the very first time. We would like to hopefully gain your trust, your interest, and support along with others, and that you will become a subscriber. And we do know that we do have some new subscribers. So maybe some of the new subscribers have tuned in on our live. Hope so. If so, welcome. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate you all for certain and for sure. So you look very pretty and beautiful. I got my Mr. Rogers thing going on today.
Yeah, so we've been running into quite a few of you guys throughout the city, and
Yeah.
that's been kind of exciting and shocking, and makes us a little nervous. Sometimes I don't be looking my best. Y'all just forgive me.
Always, but it's always an honor to be to put a face to either names or just to know that we're in the company of wonderful people who are subscribers. Especially, I mean, most of the times they're locals, and that really makes us feel good because we really don't know. We don't know who
We don't know.
we don't really know.
Doing good. But hey, yes. So thank you guys for always welcoming us, being excited to meet us, and I'm like, okay.
Yes.
There's always it's what we discovered yesterday, and just in thought, we were like, at home or in the States, we watch a lot of TV. That's part of life. So if you see someone from TV, in passing or at a restaurant or whatever, it's like, whoa.
Hey, I know you.
So I was saying,
I
it's
watch
like
you.
over here they don't watch a lot of TV. They watch YouTube. So we're kind of like the people from TV over here, and it's like, oh, okay,
Makes sense.
yeah. Well, it was very humbling because I'm like,
Very humbling. It really is. Very humbling. So with that, shout out to John, young man that we met. I don't know if you saw not the last video, the last couple of videos where we'll talk about that as well. We met this young man and he presented himself. He was a little shy, but nonetheless, we are grateful that he made himself known. We appreciate that for sure. It was a pleasure. And then, of
mhm,
course, we want to also give a shout out to Michelle and Sandra. We met them yesterday.
he's so good with names.
We met them yesterday. And again, it was very humbling and it was an honor to be able to meet these individuals and the fact that they follow and they support. So we're grateful. Thank you all very, very much. It always does us good. So we
Let's
all,
see who's on there today.
okay.
Because we have 16 people, but I'm only showing 3 people saying hello. Or where y'all watching us from today? You normally, I mean, we've been down for a couple weeks. Not down,
Not
but
down
not
in the
doing
bad
our
way.
live. So we already know we're not going to have the people that normally come on. They probably don't even have a clue that we're on today. But I am seeing Kenneth Frederick. He said
Shout out.
hello. Lou
Peace.
Will says hello.
Peace to you.
Carrington
Salam. Wa alaikum salam, brother
Yanji
Carrington.
says salam alaikum. Yeah. So,
Good to see. These are familiar. So we're
hmm
yes. Good to see
I
the
don't know.
familiars.
You see Carrington?
Yes, that's my guy. In fact, I got that message, brother Carrington, and I hadn't had a chance to look at that link yet, but I intend to, and it seems to be very interesting. It's about an hour and some change long, so I got to get the right time so I can give it my full attention, and I'll be sure to definitely.
And see, he'll watch it. Like, whatever it is. If you sent it to me,
No, me and Ken, that's my guy. He's
you
a
got
good
like
brother.
a 3-minute time frame, and I'm like, no, it's too much, too long. I
Yeah.
don't know if I got ADD or something, but I can't. So reason why we've been so quiet, we've been working, trying to work anyway. The okay, just popped in. I'll be there in 2 weeks.
Okay,
Sicily
Sister
Soul
Sicily
Golden.
Soul
All
Journey.
right.
You got some
Please,
powerful names there.
please make sure we get to meet you.
Certainly.
So she said, so I'm alaikum to you too.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yep, yep. And so we the protest, and I want to say the protest or I hate when people say, what about the riots? How is the riots affecting you
It's not
guys?
riots, no.
No, I mean, to us, it's protest. It's the protest. Um, how has it affected us? It affected the business. It's affecting the business, if anything. There's no physical effects. There's no danger. There's no feeling of we about to get what's the word that he's saying, unalive and all that kind of stuff.
No,
We don't
ain't
have
none
that
of
kind of
that at
energy.
all.
But there's been a lot of cancellations. People that were going to come in for the event, they canceled out. Like, we're just going to let it see what happens in a couple weeks or a couple months, and then we'll rebook our trips. And even a couple people who just who was coming in for the relocation services have decided to not come and or postpone their relocation as well. So yeah, we feel it. We're feeling it that way. This is how we're trying to survive here. So it has affected the business dramatically, actually.
Well, I mean, this too shall pass, and what comes of it, this is something that's necessary. When I say this, meaning I like to say it as a cleaning house or spring cleaning, if you will, um, in order, for the country to exist in the manner that is beneficial to all citizens and residents and those who are um, just looking to come and be here, whether a visit or extended visit, whatever the case may be. So it's not going to, and I don't mean, it's just me saying this, but it's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
And again, it's not,
And I think it's over. Everyone's telling me it's over. I haven't gotten any alerts that it isn't.
but it's not even it's not to, but here's the thing though. The thing is, this is why I believe that it's important for individuals such as ourselves and any other individuals who may be here that have this platform to be able to give the other side of things, because we know over in America or anywhere else outside of uh, the continent for that matter, the reporting is going to be such that you know it's going to be favorable to who and how they want it to be favorable to who and how. Um, so boots on the ground here. And let me say this while I'm saying this is that for those of my Wakinya that are supporters, this is what we would really like to do. We would like to bring on a guest, a local guest. We have one or two in particular. The one in particular, I'll say it, his name Eric Amundi, right? He's a very
We haven't reached out to him yet.
not- we're just no, I'm just saying. But the reason why I'm saying this is because
We would like to connect with him.
he's an individual as it relates to uh, the Gen Z uh,
Mhm.
population who is pretty much well involved with the protesting, and but from our understanding is that this young man is not just he's not limited to just that. He's a very humanitarian type of individual, and he has it's a great deal of respect for this young man. But we would love to be able to have him on as a guest. And for those of the Wakenya family who may follow him or may whatever, maybe put it out there, say, hey, check out the residential tours. They want to they shouted you out, they would love for you to be on as a guest, and we really would. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I think that as a voice, a respected voice, right? Him being on, giving an account of what has taken place, what is taking place, in a way that is not um, protagonistic, right? In a way that he would just be able to tell and share and show that those who are not privy, as far as being here, can get a more well-rounded view and a well-rounded perspective of what has been going on and what is going on, to maybe lessen some fears or anything, any of those particular things there. So this is what we're hoping for, and even if it be beyond the protesting and all of that stuff, there, just because, just so we can hear directly from our Kenyan family, and that you all can hear directly. So again, with the same hope that you get a more well-rounded perspective and view of things.
Yeah. So, Cicely, she said she'll reach out when she gets there. Nothing's going to stop her. And Liz, yeah, Liz is traveling tonight. And I did get that pop-up, Liz, so thank you. What is it? Okay. I did get this pop-up, so thank you. Thank you. You know, we love
Sister
these
Liz,
little blessings. We've been
excited,
needing
Sister
them.
Liz. We can't wait to see you, sis.
Yeah, so
Our
Sister
prayers
Liz,
for safe travel.
and make sure you understand you're gonna be on camera. You're gonna be on camera. So, but we did have some projects that we were finishing up. Liz's is one of them. You guys will see that hopefully next week. But we just, and you see, I'm kind of relaxed because I finished yesterday. That's great. I love being on time because we could talk about last week. Y'all haven't seen the big video yet that we worked on with the house. And that was, it turned out amazing, but it had to be the hardest,
Challenge, most
the
challenge.
most challenging situation ever.
Challenge.
Not just bringing the client and their family here, but again, learning business culture in Kenya is very different than I've ever experienced.
It's different.
It's different.
It's different. It's different.
Things that make sense in my mind doesn't necessarily make sense in the other person's mind.
And vice versa.
Right.
And vice versa.
And so I've lost sleep over that last one, the house. I had to go in the shower and cry. I had to second guess myself, like, what am I doing? What? Um, Everything was so all the way up until they arrived.
And so, and just for those, just a quick commercial break for those that don't know, that may be new in viewing and subscribership. She's referring to Adila's Relocation Services. So let me just
So you gotta imagine, and I want to share this again. When meeting a landlord, trying to explain to the landlords that when we're coming here, especially through the relocation services, most of us feel like we are escaping hell. We are, in our minds, we are refugees of the U.S. or other parts of the world. Like we are looking to come to peace. We know it's not heaven. We know it's not going to be the streets paved in gold and honey and no, we're just looking for peace, to sum it all up. And talking to some people, they're like, yeah. But when you start to do business, they have no clue really what you're talking about. Because when I'm saying that some of us are shell shocked. Some of us been in the military. and have experiences that we just can't shake. Some of us been in other parts of the world. We've had three three families come in from West Africa. And the stories they share about just that in general, even though they're American, and how they were treated, and now they're coming over here, that's a horrific story in itself. But the thing is, trying to get people to understand just so that we can come and be in peace, it 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 doesn't resonate. And that's the frustrating part. That's the part where you're like, but I done told them. And they have no what it does, they don't even care.
But it's very interesting because if we and others would allow it, right? Allow it to be a learning uh, a learning tool, I guess, because you're confronted with these differences, right? And on you don't really some of these differences for one you don't anticipate, and secondly you don't expect.
Yeah, you can't even imagine, you
So
can't even think of
you don't know how to, and it really, in order to be able to, and I'm saying this from personal, you know, in order to be able to maximize the experience of living in a different cultural society, you really, really have to think 5 times before you act, speak, or anything, because it will remind you that one, you're not in the same cultural society that you're accustomed to. Secondly, which I think it really is a check, who's to say the way that we do and the way that we think, the way that we operate is in fact the right way or the only way, right? And that can go both ways, right? So it it allows for learning, and it creates a teachable moment, if you will. And we've had one of our lead media person the other day had asked me a question that I didn't even think that it would be even a concern in thinking. And the question was why, and I'm not gonna go deep into it because it's not that type of set, but he said, I don't see too many Black Americans that are in relationship with Mzungus. I said, whoa. She said, why is that?
because she was confused.
Because she was really like, it was a
That's kind of like something they you look up to in these some of these countries. Like, oh, she got one of those.
right. So I had to scratch my head first, but I had to go a little further into it deep and to, you know, to try to create the understanding. I don't know. And she was totally like did not know. And that's what I come to understand more and more and more is that we don't know each other. We've said it, and we have to stop, right? And then really assess and take the time, and I guess to not question, but to really, when it comes to expectations, we have to really rethink them, rethink what we expect, because those expectations now can be an imposition. And so it's learning. And that's really the beauty of it. Once we can really look at it for what it is, I believe that's like the beauty of it. And it gives an opportunity to really, really, really now begin to start on ground level, ground zero, and be able to build from that point.
But the hard thing is, it's not something that you can just teach. Like, we can teach the things that we've been through, but as you live and keep growing, then you start running into things you've never been through. Like what we just went through with this situation, I could have never even imagined.
Right.
Because on the surface in the beginning, it felt like it was a good thing. We're like, oh wow, this is amazing. But as the good thing started to affect the clients, the family, now it's like, we don't put you through hell because we didn't know that this was going to happen. Like, for us, and what I'm learning that for our culture from in America, maybe we are over communicators.
Yeah, you know,
We might be over communicators because here they don't communicate, period, like like we would communicate. Like if you're saying, okay, I'm going to work, I'm going to hire you to do XYZ. And then maybe it didn't happen and they couldn't fulfill it. So you would expect that they would call you and tell you, I'm not going to be there at that time. Mm-mm. They rather not call you and just get there where they could call you and say, I'm going to be late or I'm not able to meet that time frame, that obligation that's postponed. They rather you go and sit there and wait for them. For when they finally come, you should just be happy and appreciative that they finally made it.
so
Now you flip the coin. Now we're pissed off. We feel disrespected. We're like, this is no, that you have no respect for what we're trying to do. I'm leaving. I'm not waiting past a certain amount of time. So you see the two cultures there is totally different.
clashing.
Clashing for us, this one respects time, your time, my time, and what we have to do in between. Where this one is like, things happen, you just accept it. And when I get there, let's go forward. And meanwhile, there's some frustration in there. There's some anger in there. There's some I don't want
It's
to.
true. And you know, just to keep it real, you do. You get like, you know, but then when you stop again, when you stop and think about it, that using that scenario and you look at it from the flip side, or you try to look at it from the flip side. One of the things when we first moved here, we moved to Rwanda. Same thing. It's the same thing, right? So I really thought about it, and I said, well, it's really very interesting, and it can almost be we can really learn from it, which is when it comes to say time. When it comes to time, in this particular culture society, the constraints of time is not an issue. You hear Hakuna Matata. You hear, you don't see the rush, rush, hurry, 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 and that ended up.
Except for when they're driving. Like they are hurrying to be late because you know they're late. They're hurrying to be late.
But that in and of itself can be refreshing, given the fact that coming from America, everything is time, 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 and it is a level of anxiety that comes along with that, or could come along with that. But here you come and you can. So
But when you talk, okay, let me just
go ahead.
I'm tongue tied. So to bring it into what we're talking about, clients coming in, I can't even get into the house to finish the project.
That becomes an issue.
Right.
That becomes an issue.
I'm supposed to be there at least 2 weeks before they came. I'm in there 4 days. And in that 4 days, the owner decides to do construction and remodel. Not remodel,
Renovate.
renovate the house. Like for real renovation. So I'm trying to get you to understand, lady, listen, these people fly in first thing in the morning in 2 days. I need to get in here. And you're just looking like, okay, well, I'm trying to do something nice. I'm trying to renovate the whole house. When I say renovate, I mean tearing up the floors, bring a whole new floor, tearing up the walls, tearing up the sidewalks, tearing up the grass. There's no way this is going to be done in these 48 hours. And you're telling me, no, we're going to be done by Sunday. And I'm like, you're lying. So we can't bring nothing in, none of the appliances, let alone furniture, because it's a complete war zone inside and outside of this house. On top of at least 12 to 15 workers just everywhere, everywhere. And no matter how much I'm saying, I have to get in here, I have to do this job. You're not listening to me. You need to be gone. When I come in this house with this stuff, can't nobody be left in this house because we're not trusting nobody. It never happened. It never happened. And so from that cultural difference of not understanding not just time, but a time, what's the word I'm looking for? Deadlines.
Deadlines. Yeah.
So if you don't understand and respect time, deadlines definitely will not exist in your world. Now we're coming over here, especially the business that we're doing is deadlines because people are coming. I have a client, she's coming in 24 hours. But because I didn't have to deal with anyone in my way or my space, we're good. I'm done. That's how, because we respect time and we know time equals energy as well. So for me to get in there and at 6 o'clock in the morning and there's still fundies walking around and there's still workers that were hiding in the back so that we can at least do this this video and bring this family into their home.
So but we have to be, of course, be careful because again, we're dealing just like my brother DR. I think it's a brother. I'm not sure. Brother says, please forgive me, but he mentioned and stated that you have individuals on both sides of the coin. The U.S. having never come to Kenya or Africa or wherever any part of the continent, and you have the same Kenyans or Ugandans, Rwandans, or Ghanaians, whomever, have never been to the U.S. And you know, for me, and this is what I was challenged with when I first, got, to Africa and Rwanda, is that my thinking was that okay, we same skin. I never looked beyond the fact that no, these are real different cultural differences here that I didn't even expect or anticipate or to even consider. And so it definitely goes beyond that for sure. And so, it's again, it leaves room for, I don't know what you would call them, teachable moments, cultural orientation, all of those things there. But it's something that is necessary. Somebody has to, or some persons has to really step outside of him or herself on both sides, and to be able to yield where it's necessary. To say, okay, ordinarily here are my this is what I would expect. And then on the other side, it's okay, this is what I would expect. But if it's something where these two individuals or individuals are working together, there has to be some kind of yielding and some sacrifice and some compromising in order for the objective to be reached. In the grand scheme of things, from my vantage point, the objective is to be able to build that commonality of relationship between the two cultures, and respect between them comes when we have a better understanding, and we can operate differently, on all levels, and on all matters, whatever it may be. And it's going to come with time. Again, like DR said, it's going to come with time.
So DR is a sister. She was a
sister. My apologies.
And then we have my sister Deborah's on.
Sister D.
You said you was coming in August, my sister. Where are you? Where are you?
Serafina Love.
Mm-hmm. Sounds as if you could have a heart attack. So what I've learned, even in the other country that we lived in,
I ain't go front. It's challenging now.
It is.
But they can probably say, I know we work with some really good, and they look at us and they shake their heads like, I tell you, they're frustrated with us.
Made a couple grown men shed some tears. So, but the thing is, if you don't have to try to have a business in another country, you will always have peace. That's what I'm learning. Until we started really working the ARS, everything was peace. And God knows the stress that we had in other countries. So here, because business to us, business is business. You should never have to try to figure out what culture someone is, what religion someone is, sometimes even what race someone is. When you're doing business, you're doing business. And that's not how it is. So it's a lot different. And one of the things that we intend on doing for this event, talking about the event on Sunday,
We didn't get to it. You just dove
Jump
right
right
in.
in. Well, this falls right in line on why we're doing the event. For
All
one,
right, before we go, let's do this.
okay.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought, because this is very important. You have to be able to share. If I can find it. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks to one of our wonderful diaspora sisters who put this together. Have you seen? Some of you may have seen several several promos, but this one hits it right on the nail here. I think it's very beautiful. But this is the third of the third event.
Yeah.
Can y'all see it?
And it's posted in the community as well.
Well, for those who are not in the community, you can see it. Please tell them, give them the breakdown, please.
Oh, I thought you was talking to them. So the event, we do it, we're trying to do it every quarter. And particularly every quarter we have a new batch of people that have came over, that have relocated, that's coming to see if this is the place for them. And as we just explained, there's a learning process that has to happen before they come. Like if we do consultations with you guys before you come in, we've already talked about immigration. We've already discussed if there was any medical needs or concerns. We've already gave you referrals to different things, doctors, dentists, immigration, even banking. We've already done all of that in our consultation. So most times when people come over, it's coming over to one, be welcomed to the continent, right? Be welcome to Kenya. Again, we explained the importance of having that, of knowing that you have a community, you have a family here that's backing you. Um, at- and so that's one of the reasons why we do this. And then secondly, we're learning this time go around, we're taking it a little step further. This is a celebration for Black excellence in itself, because if you're able to last on another continent, period. We're not talking about just another country, on another continent, and still thrive and still making friends and still being happy with your choices. That needs to be celebrated because that's a hard thing to do. But this go around in our welcoming, we're going to actually, we're going to have a small group of those that are coming over. Some of these people that you're looking at right now, I'm not going to put their business out there, but they're coming in, right? So we're going to do a session with some
An integration
integration, if you want, as
session.
such, with a couple different specialties. One being cultural differences, things to understand it's going to happen, and you just have to figure it out, like how you want to handle it, because everything depends on how you handle it. So we were talking about different things where when we were in Mombasa, please people don't get mad, but this was something that was weird for me. Like you'll go to maybe the bathroom in Mombasa and your pants will be wet because the floors are wet, but they're using the bidet, the hose thing. And I'm like, why is the toilet all wet? Like it would make me, I hate nasty bathrooms or wet bathrooms. But in Mombasa, Muslims, they're very clean and they like to use the hose thing. But Muslims in America, we don't use the hose thing. We don't know nothing about that hose. I'm trying to say my words carefully, but but learning that that's a cultural thing here. Every bathroom, no matter where you go, you're going to see the hose. Sometimes it's going to be wet. I mean, toilet paper will be wet, the floor will be wet, and men they don't got to worry about it. But I'm like, my pants, man, it used to drive me crazy. And so some people will look at it as if it's just a dirty bathroom, and it's not.
It's not.
It's just, it's actually because they're very clean.
It's the opposite.
Right. It's like, boy.
How do you process?
Especially if this is your first time? Believe it or not, I want to say 75% of the people I speak to never left America. So when they come over to here, this is their first time out of the country and definitely on a new continent. So learning that culture difference right there is major.
But see, you have to. I want to say, before I say this, I want to acknowledge Sister Cindy. So thank you so very much, beloved. We
What she
appreciate
say?
that so very much, and we're very humble, and we're grateful. We only hope that whatever we're doing, it is received with
Thank you. Yes.
utmost like sincerity. We're really, really sincere about what we're trying to do. Really do. So thank you so very much for that. But in addition to that, what I wanted to say is that you have to allow yourself to have an open mind. You know,
Yeah.
um, and it's this hindsight is 2020, right? I'm saying this because you know just learning. We're learning. We've been here 4 years, but it's still a learning process through and through. You understand? And
Almost every day you learn
almost every day
something
you
new.
really learn something new,
Yeah.
and you really have to. So I say that because whatever expectation that you may have prior to coming, with the fact that you've never been out of the continent of North America, when you confront it with these differences, you have to really just
You got to
you have
take a
to wait. You
moment
got to
and
take a
just be
moment.
like,
You got to take a
okay,
moment, right?
well, let me see here.
And you have to really, you know, I mean, I'm not saying everything has to be accepted. I'm not saying that at all.
Mhm.
Some things just like, hold on, chief. No, you check it where it needs to be checked.
Mhm.
But overall, you weigh it out. Let's weigh it out, okay? And because you can very easily fall and slip in between the cracks of saying, well, we don't do it like this here,
Mhm.
back here. And no, that's a Mazungu way of thinking.
Yeah, so you got to think like I remember working in corporate America, we would have to take cultural sensitivity classes. And early part of working in the cultural sensitivity classes was just learning uh, for Atlanta, it was learning about Mexican culture,
Right. Yeah.
about learning certain just small things to be politically correct when dealing with people in a different culture. And then I remember even when you did the courses, taught the courses in Abu
Abu
Dhabi,
Dhabi.
you did the
Yo,
cultural sensitivity courses for
listen,
them.
you had to.
You had
If you
to, because
didn't,
you do not want to be
you do not want
offensive.
to offend in Abu Dhabi.
No, at all.
'Cause you might be
Right.
not anyway.
So that's the take that we're taking on this one for this workshop, not a workshop, for this event on Sunday. For the people that are coming in, the new people that are coming in, we're going to have, if you want to say, maybe a cultural sensitivity course, a welcoming course to Kenya, learning different things about Kenya in general that you just really need to know, because it's how you handle it is going to determine the outcome of your trip,
Of your
of your experience.
your experience.
Right.
Your experience.
So we are taking that into consideration because
Yeah.
we're learning.
Right.
So, but that's one of the key things. But again, of course, we're going to have the other components as well. But at 4 o'clock, we're going to be celebrating. And what we want to do is, I know we have people coming in, but we don't have. I was hoping we were going to get more interest from the Kenyan family. We have a couple that have booked their reservations, but today we are actually giving the first 5 people, like Kenyans, half price on registration, or the tickets for the event. I don't know if you could post that back up there again,
I can do
but
that.
half price. The first 5 people that see this and they want to go ahead and book their reservation, it would be great. We want to do more networking with the White Kenyans. We want to learn from each other. We want to grow with each other. And on top of that, we're just going to have a great time. It includes a massive buffet. We have live music. We actually had a Kenyan artist. Um, oh, I forgot the name of the. I probably I'll mess it up if I try to look
Yeah,
at
you
it.
wrong.
We have a Kenyan artist coming in that is, her voice is so amazing. Her voice is beautiful. When I heard her a few weeks ago, I didn't care what nobody said. I was like, we have to get this band to do the welcoming for us. Forget about the cultural dancing. We need this band right here. So maybe we won't tell you the name of the band. You just have to come find out. But it is a local band or a Kenyan group. But what she did was they did music from across the continent. She was playing my favorites from Tanzania music, South African music, not playing but performing. South African music, Tanzanian music, Nigerian music. And I think she did.
There's some R&B.
Yeah, she did some R&B, and I think she did some Kenyan music. I can't remember. But definitely, and then of course our own local artists. We have Ami or Richie Man, a Caribbean artist that's going to be bringing us in all the way to the end of the event. We got some. We're having a cocktail or mocktail um, hour where we're going to be doing something special around that time as well. We're going to have a great time, and so we do have 5 tickets put aside for any white Kenyans that want to come in. Is half price, and you get everything that we are talking about. You'll be able to participate in the whole
Did
9.
you say the food and all that stuff?
Free. The food is included. The buffet is American style buffet, where you just eat till you just drop.
Keep coming back.
Keep coming back. So, and you just send it to, what's the number?
It's on there. It was 0757. I'm gonna put it up here. 0757 593 But I'm gonna put it up so that you can see it. So beforehand, you'll have it. Whoever wishes.
Yeah.
Whoever wishes.
So we definitely want to make sure whoever is watching, and whether you're Kenyan or not, come and network with us. We need to close the gap and bridge and learn from each other. Um, and part of learning your culture, you get to learn ours as well. So you get to see how we have fun, how we dance, how we celebrate each other. You get to learn all of those things about us.
Mhm.
If you don't stop talking about some restaurant, Mr. Jamie,
There it is.
so there you go. So you just half price. You can come to the event, and it's going to be at Amara Amara Olesarini.
Oh, she said it.
Because now it's one of my favorite hotels.
She said it right.
It's so beautiful.
It's a beautiful
beautiful
hotel.
hotel.
It's beautiful. Off the chain.
Man, I'm kind of like, I kind of like him. Thank you, Loom Will, yes. Peace and blessings, family. I'm kind of liking it better than the Marriott, and it's a local hotel. It's a Kenyan-owned hotel. They've been here for a long time. They have 2 parts to it, and both parts is amazing. But where we're going to have the event at, we coming in right at 4 o'clock, and believe it or not, it sits right off of the national park.
Man, that view is incredible.
So at sunset, we're doing our cocktail mocktail hour. It's going to be hot. It's going to be amazing. So it's definitely something you want to be a part of. If you're here in Kenya, you want to be a part of it. And listen, if you want to come and you just can't afford it at all and you're here in Kenya, just send us a message to touristresidents@gmail.com, and we can still see what we can do to get you in there. So
and you know, for those who the diasporas who are here, you want to please, you know.
yeah, we want you to come and celebrate with us. Rooftop, that's a beautiful venue. I've stayed there. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much, Jam Man. So you must be in England somewhere. That's in Europe.
It's Europe. Yeah, Jam Man.
Okay, I thought he was in Jamaica somewhere.
He's trying to get some 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 of that soul food. We're not going that route again. I'm sorry. We ain't going to do the rest of it. We're not going to.
But on top of just that, we do have Saturday. We have the community service outreach that we're doing.
Yes,
they're partners of ours.
Excited about that.
Yeah,
for certain, for sure.
England, but in Uganda. Okay, got it. So the community service outreach is we're actually going to a group home deep in the village somewhere. We've never been. Oh, I gotta figure out how we're gonna get there. We've never been there, but we are trying to get awareness to bring money and funding and glasses to children at the was it
Shagalia Children's Home
Chandelier
Center.
Children's Home Center.
Yes, Shagalia Children's Home Center. And so just we have to say this, that
Mhm.
you know, we you see our face and you hear our voice
Mhm.
with regards to the diaspora, uh, social network and affairs and all that stuff there. But there are very wonderful and beautiful diasporas who are here, who are doing some great things, and they are aiding, they are assisting, they have taken the charge on things. One of them being this particular charity, I would call it charity event, which is an additional component.
Mhm.
It was very much something that not just we wanted to do, but this is just the mind and the heart of a lot of the diasporas that are here. One particular, a sister, in particular, who works with uh, the NGOs, and she's in there. She's in the trenches, in the field. You know, she's really, when they had the flooding that went down here in Kenya, and many people were displaced, and she was out there. She was in supermarkets. She was helping, making sure these individuals that were displaced had necessary food and clothing. She hit the diaspora community groups, asking if they had things donated. So she's very much hands-on, very much involved, and this is something that uh, she's spearheading. And so I'm going to show you this, and we said it before, but this particular charity event is that it's a partnering with one of the leading eyeglass
Mhm.
optical companies, Optica, and they are going to provide free eye exams
Mhm.
to these children who otherwise would not be able to. Where they already know that there is one within that particular home center that actually needs eye surgery, right?
Yep.
And so,
There's 3 people, I think it was, that
oh,
needed eye surgery.
so you know, offering the free eye exams to determine, do these individuals need glasses? And if so, this is where you could be a participant. Even though you're not maybe may not be here, then you can just donate what? What is it like
$15 per child.
per child?
And so far, one of I don't know if it was a collective, but I do know that one of the diasporas have actually taken charge for one of the people that needed eye surgery, and has said that they are on their way to recovery. They had to get 3 surgeries done as of, I think, Friday or Thursday that I spoke to them last. They were just finishing getting their last surgery.
Wow.
And the way that he explained it was the child had so much pressure on their eyes, that it had to have like a special, they had to see different specialists because they couldn't figure out how to get the swelling down.
Mhm.
So he did say as of last week that they have taken care of one of the children.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So we definitely want to make sure that people understand we're not just here to just take or to get the benefits of being in Kenya. We actually coming to do good. We want to make things happen.
Yeah.
We want to prove our worth here in this country. And it's a hard thing to do because no matter how many steps you take of good, there'll be something or someone that will try to pull you back, or a situation will happen like what happened a couple of days ago, just knocked the breath out of me.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what am I doing? Why are we doing this?
So
Wait,
they keep
am I
on
real?
pushing.
You got to keep pushing through, but you have to understand that this is part of the journey. Cultural differences, business culture in a different country, this is part of the journey. You have to know really what you made of before you jump in and try to make some things happen, because it'll
Okay.
snatch your breath from you.
So DR, so it may be a typo somewhere. Thank you for that,
But
DR. So there's a difference. What?
no. The one that you pin on the screen is the regular Mpesa.
Okay.
The one that we're doing for tickets is this particular Mpesa. So it is 2 different numbers.
Okay.
It's
All right.
correct.
So either the one is sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. It's just on the flyer. It has one number, which is specifically just for the event. When people are making donations and stuff like that, that goes to the regular Mpesa number. And that's why there's a difference on.
So they should, for the tickets, they should go to the one that with
Yeah, the one you had posted, right?
Yeah,
The one that was on the flyers is the one you had posted.
okay.
So
I'm hoping that's right.
it's
So,
right.
all right. Either way, don't worry, don't worry. But let's share this because I love it, and I think that it needs to be seen for sure, and then we'll. So this is Funded Vision, Children's Home Outreach.
Serious now?
No,
They do talk in the video. Look how delayed mine is. No, it's gonna be a
so the information. So if anyone, let me pull it up here so you can see it as well. For any ones that want to, who are looking to donate for specifically for individuals who are needing glasses. Totally different link here. I'm not sure if this is in the community or not.
Oh, DR said kindly asked to put the Machanga link in your profile or comment section so I could donate there.
Yes,
So, yeah, we'll
that's
post it.
exactly what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
We're gonna put it in there. I'm gonna put it here too. So that you all can have it as well. Just bear with me because I can't really know. I can't see it. I'm a little. So these glasses. Let me see. Listen,
They came from Optica.
These-
What you gonna say?
these glasses that I have on now are glasses that I got from Optica, and I am very, very pleased. Same here. These are Optica, hers as well from Optica.
Well, these came from Atlanta, but I just let them change
the frame.
the frame,
Yeah.
and they did it, and it was done in like 4 hours. I got a text. You can come pick up your glasses. I'm like, what?
See, me, it
4 hours.
took me 10 days because I got trifocals. I can't see. I can't see too well.
Yeah, they had to ship that out to
Yeah, they had to.
Europe somewhere.
Nonetheless, very pleased. The service was great, and it was really, really good. So this will be of a great help. So I'm gonna make sure that in the community, as soon as we are finished with this particular live, in the community, I will place the link for those who are looking to donate for any persons that are in need, any children that are in need of actual eyeglasses, or for those who are going to be needing the actual eye surgery. You'll have it directly. You will have it. So I'll be sure to do that. Thank you, DR. Thank you so very much.
So we're doing that Saturday morning, and then Saturday evening we're gonna do. I think we're gonna try to do like a little networking event near the hotel, just something where people can maybe break bread together, relax. It's a place not far. That's on the top. It's the very tippity top. What's that place called? Curve or
Curve, I
something.
believe.
Yeah,
The
it's a
building is a
it's a
curve.
nice little restaurant that's on the top of the rooftop.
But let me say this because it's open. Like if you have a volunteering spirit and you want to come and volunteer, because it's not really intended to be an isolated, I guess, ordeal as far as okay, free eye exams and that's it. No, we're going to spend the day.
Yeah, we're gonna have lunch with the children.
Yeah, with
play
the children,
games
play,
with them. Yeah,
all of that. So and that's for these particular children. That's important.
yeah.
They don't really, so we're gonna really be there. We're gonna be present. We're gonna be there. We're gonna, that's like my wife said, play games. All of that stuff there. So if you want to volunteer your time, if you're here, please do that. And again, don't just go back, look in the community, and you'll see all of the information there of who to contact, where, all of that stuff there. And please, love to have you for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely. So, and then on Monday, there's a group of us going. I'm not going, but there's a group of us going to the safari at the national park. So it's a whole weekend of bonding, building, bridging the gaps between the expats that's been here and or repats that's been here and expats that's coming in. But it's going to be a 3-day weekend of just amazing time.
Yeah, it's gonna be good energy, good spirit,
Yeah.
good cheer, hopefully. Just celebration, celebration.
David B, that's exactly what he said. He said that it was glaucoma. I was like, never heard of a child having
Yeah,
glaucoma.
no.
But he said that eye doctor said that the child is showing complete glaucoma or something, but it could be helped. So that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
So you saying that now, I'm like, okay, because I was like, that ain't right.
That's what it sounds like.
My grandmama had glaucoma. My daughter's dog got glaucoma, so I guess the child could have it. I don't know. So the dog got glaucoma in one eyeball.
That's a whole dog. That dog. Anyway.
Let's talk about my granddog. He has 2 teeth. The rest of them they look like just fell out.
Beyond speaks.
Yo. So anyway, so yeah, that's what's been going on. So we've been working the little bit of work we can get in. People, the protesting is over. Come on.
And even you can come.
You can come.
Come, you good.
You're
safe. It's no one's.
It's nothing like the protesting that you've experienced at home.
I mean, come on, man. It's not even.
It's
crazy.
crazy.
You can come. You can. I mean, everything's functioning and effective. Positively. I'm gonna tell you. Listen, we're loving Nairobi, man. Like we've been. I don't know if you've seen the past videos, but we've been celebrating with the hub and their anniversary. We've been discovering these gems. The
Nairobi's
organic farmers market. We call it a flea market, but
yeah,
because you can find any and everything there. Artwork, jewelry,
yeah,
produce, clothing.
Shoot, they have the art show coming back to the village
Hold on,
market
we didn't
on
get there yet.
Thursday.
We have that, but I'm talking about the organic farmers market. I'm telling you, it's really, the energy is incredible. You can really literally spend the whole day there.
That's my favorite spot.
Shout out, to Timothy and Shelly, because we met them. They diasporas. We met them. They didn't know about our channel, but we met them there. They said they go there every weekend. So it was just beautiful to meet.
That is definitely a diaspora hangout spot.
It is. It really is.
It definitely is.
It is. So we've been just, discovering continuously, because that's the tourist part of the residential tourists.
Yeah.
Discovering these different things. And yesterday, let me tell you about yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
I don't know anything about anime, but we went to it's called the Taste of Anime, right? My niece loves anime. Then it's some other diasporas
too much for me.
who love it. And I'm telling you, the energy was incredible. So I guess the 30th or the 31st, they have an actual anime convention or festival. So the crazy thing is, now I'm familiar with anime, but I don't know the depths of it. And I never would have imagined that they would not just have that type of following, I guess you could say, in Kenya, but the magnitude of it. I mean, the energy, it was crazy in a good way. And I got caught up in it. I was loving it. And listen, when it comes to the 30th or the 31st, I'm going to be there. I'm going.
Yeah.
I might be a spectator.
Take your niece,
but I'm going to go. I'm going. But these are the things these are the beauties, these are the wonders, if you will, that you experience because there's familiarity. And these are things that I believe are ice-breaking things to connect us with
That's
the white
true.
Kenya family.
Because yesterday, even like some of the people we were with, they were dressed in anime, I guess, and we could not get out of the this. We could not leave because they all wanted pictures with him, and he's just like he's standing all proud, like this is crazy.
I'm going dressed up as one of the anime characters when I'm gonna just do it. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all.
Okay. Well,
Hey, why not? I mean,
Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna be the oldest person.
They gotta have an old man character. Chinese, the Asian ladies with the little thing here.
But the energy they were performing, listen,
were.
they was doing this dance, and then my niece, she just flipped out and started going, and she knew the whole dance. It's a whole thing. But it was beautiful. It was incredible. The energy was absolutely incredible. I loved it.
And I'm just standing there like,
I just really loved it.
what's going on?
So these are these things, man, that we're experiencing.
But what I'm excited about is it's finally starting to get warm.
Yeah.
So there's so much to see and do in Kenya, but when we in the wintertime, it's not just cold, it's cold and cloudy.
So
you just be looking like, let me get back in the bed. This is crazy.
So Deetra, when you come back, you definitely gotta have Naomi make sure she is plugged in, because it's a big, if she loves it like that, it's a big, I'm telling you, we only got to scratch the surface of it.
I wonder if this was the first time.
No, it's not.
They've been coming.
It's crazy. It's like they did one, I don't know if it was last year before, and it was so many people from the images that we showed. It was crazy.
Sister Camilla.
Hey, listen, Sister Camilla, I said that to my niece yesterday. The exact same thing. I said, that's the anime that I know. Eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake. That's funny. No, not that Anna May. Not that one. Not our beloved Tina Turner. We're talking about the anime. See, Sister Camilla, you done showed your age, sis. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
So yeah, it's everything. There's nothing. When I tell you Kenya don't miss on nothing, they don't miss on nothing. I was talking to one of the contractors yesterday, and they were kind of, I don't want to say giving me excuses, but the reason why they couldn't fulfill an obligation because they couldn't find this or they didn't have this here. They were trying to order it from America, and I was like, stop it. They got everything. You gotta just find it or figure out how do they do it and do it that way, because they don't miss. They have everything here, except for cotton, Egyptian cotton fitted sheets. That's the only thing. Anyway,
it's coming.
We
I don't know where, but it's
Egyptian
coming. I bet you.
Sheets. I would have no complaints.
Excuse me. Anyway, that's about it, family. You know, we just wanted to be able to plug back in.
Mm-hmm.
We miss you guys. You know, a few weeks we just been grinding, and you know, our headspace was pretty full, and we want to always come before you, give the good energy. Not that it wasn't good, but you know, we just loaded.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to try to keep it, you know, light. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, don't forget, I'll go and I'll put everything in the community of information that you may need with regards to the event on the 25th, and
it's an all white affair.
All white.
Don't come in your purples or your Kintenge or Kente cloth. All white affair. White representing a new beginning. Somebody try to check me on it on the page on the buddy. It's just representing a new beginning. For many of us that's coming over, it's this new start in life. For many of us that is here, we're trying to make those connections. It's a new chapter. It's a blank slate. It's called a new beginning. That's what the all white represents.
All white represent.
Yeah, with pure intentions. You know, has nothing to do with the Mozongos.
No, it has nothing to do with a European.
He kept saying, where does the all white come from? In my mind, it came from us because I'd never seen it until we started doing it. It did. Baptisms. They did it for baptisms. Like all white has always been a new mindset. So
right. But you know.
So if you, I mean, you can put it on whoever you want to put it on, but for us,
I gotta love you, Sister Cheryl. Thank you so much. I totally
she
forgot.
said, hit the Luke button.
Let me thank you so much, Sister Cheryl.
Oh Lord, you done sparked him to go find his
I have to.
clips.
We have to be reminded of these things.
While you're liking and hitting that button, thank you to those who made the beautiful love offerings today.
Yes.
God knows we need them. For getting this this event planned, gathering the funds, trying to make this a major, beautiful event is costing. It's costing. So we definitely appreciate all those that gave and continue to give and to help us to make this a memorable, rememberable.
There you go. We know, we understand. Let me mention real quick before we close. Listen, with regards to our experience, you know, we're foodies, right?
Why you keep looking at me?
Because this chicken that we this Cuckoo's Kitchen chicken. A cuckoo means chicken. This Cuckoo's. Listen, if you're in Nairobi, you like fried chicken, go to Cuckoo's Kitchen. I'm telling you.
But the best one is the one that was at that BBS mall.
The one at BBS mall.
Cuckoo's chicken was marinated in some secret sauce.
I don't even know what the deal.
That has me thinking about it every day. I'm like, I wish I could go over there.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, it's great. And speaking of which, BBS Mall in the Eastleigh area is an experience in and of itself that we had just driving through. We're gonna make our way through. Spend some time.
We're gonna take the challenge. A couple of y'all keep trying to tell us to go there.
It's like the last
relocation service
in New York.
It look like 69th Street in Philly.
69th Street in Philly.
So I'm gonna put my money in the bro.
The swap meet and
we gonna be on we gonna go out there and figure this thing out.
It's
because
real.
It was like, whoa, like everywhere you turn is like, whoa.
Yeah, it's real out there. You got it.
That's some home stuff right there.
Straight up.
That's straight New York, Philly, New Jersey,
LA, DC.
Yeah. Yeah. But we're gonna take y'all up on that challenge and see, and we're gonna record it. What can we get in Eastleigh for my next clients? Can we find some cotton?
They say you can get some good stuff there.
They don't have to be Egyptian, it could be Somalian cotton. Is that such a thing?
But I'm telling you, Eastleigh is definitely I'm gonna tell you,
that's Black World for real.
It's you go to Eastleigh, you don't even think that you are still in Nairobi.
That's the truth.
Honest to God, I thought I didn't know. I didn't know. I never been there, but if I had, I thought it might have Mogadishu.
The only thing it needed was like a speed line, some kind of train.
It's
you would really think you was in
somewhere else,
city or something.
So,
but there was no drive-by. Now you talking about it's majority Muslim. You don't have the loud music. I wasn't getting no contacts. There wasn't no loud music. There wasn't no smoking. You ain't getting none of that stuff. But it was just like major energy going on in this place.
Mad energy.
Yeah. So we're gonna go over there. As soon as we get the next client, just know that I'm gonna risk my sanity. Might not be my life, but my sanity to find you some jewels from Eastleigh.
Definitely. So Warrior Clan, we're working on something of that nature there. Kind of, sorta. So that's a good suggestion, but we definitely think on those lines. Because there's a lot of different places here in Nairobi that you can eat with some good food. So with that, family, I think that's it.
That's it. We just wanted to make sure you guys knew we are still on for the 25th planning. If you are the first 5 people, like Kenyans, that want to come on and be a part of this event, and you sent your money to that phone, make sure you email us your name so I can make sure your name is on the roster that's coming into the event. But we hope to see you guys there. And if you are just in Kenya in general, especially if you are a repack, please come and fellowship with us. Please come and fellowship. Come and represent, come and welcome those that are just now coming to the continent. That's what it's mainly about. We want to be the welcome party for the new repacks.
Indeed.
We did, and we need your experiences and your expertise to help us to do that.
For sure. For sure.
So thank you guys for watching.
We appreciate it. As always, listen, enjoy the rest of your day. Those that are way, way, way over on the other side of the world, enjoy the rest of your day. Those of us here that things are kind of ending out, enjoy your evening.
And we seen that text that someone said that we look like siblings. We've been going through that for 12 years.
Don't get her started, please. Don't get me started.
I keep asking, who's your dad?
Oh, yeah, mercy. That's just. Anyway, all right, family. Thank you so very much. Peace and blessings.
Mhm.